everyone, here coming at you with a new video talking about Orcust again. Yeah, we're back at Orcust again for a couple of reasons. One, the deck's got more support. Two, the deck is dumb. And three, the deck doesn't need more support. Pretty much, Konami have given us a new card coming out in Eternity Code. One of literally the best sets ever to be released in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, literally, the set is insane. Having so many good cards like the Trap Hole, the Trap Trick card, the Fusion card that literally says you can summon a fusion material directly from the deck. Like, there's just so many good cards in this set that it's unbelievable, and it boosts so many things. But the one thing it shouldn't have boosted was Orcust. And today we're going to be looking at the card that was released in this set, talking about it and basically saying the mistakes that this card kind of made being released and created, because this card is absolutely insane for multiple reasons, and honestly I don't feel like this card is fair. And it just enables so many dumb combos in a mekk-knight deck or even just a pure Orcust deck. Like, literally, it's so dumb that this card was able to get through HR or whatever it is, Konami, and it's like, it's dumb. But without further ado, let's talk about it. And the card we're going to be talking about is mekk-knight Orcust Ding Girsu. mekk-knight Orcust Girsu, not Ding. It's a weaker version of Ding Girsu. He's left his horse. Yeah, it's weird. But let's get into the card. So, it is a level 4 Dark Machine, 1800 attack. And its effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can send one Orcust or World Legacy card directly from your deck to the graveyard. Then, if there are 2 or more cards in the same column other than Girsu, this card will be treated as a tuner for the rest of this turn. So that's its first effect. Already a very broken effect, being that it replaces literally Scrap Recycler, Mathematician, Armageddon Knight, Dark Grepher. Already replacing 4 cards that were played in Orcust with 1 card, and having the ability to turn it into a tuner if you're in game 2, or if you're going second, or if you are able to somehow make 2 cards in the same column, which is possible. And if you do it, you have access to other things, which we'll get into by its second effect. And its second effect is, if you control no other monsters, you can special summon 1 World Legacy token, Machine, Dark, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense, to both players' side of the field. So you summon one to your field and your opponent's field. In defense position, you can only use each effect of mekk-knight Orcust Girsu once per turn. So, pretty much, this card is absolutely insane. First look at it, has the ability to make instant 2 materials onto the board with the greatest of ease, just by literally normal summoning it and sending an Orcust Harpora to the graveyard. But it also has the ability to make a material through a level 1 token that you can turn into a Link Rebo to go straight into a Galatea and go even further than there. So not only does it have the ability to make is a 1 card literally Galatea, it's a 1 card Galatea. It has the ability to dump any Orcust or World Legacy cards, so most likely World Legacy Wand, let's be honest here, to the graveyard to then gain the ability to summon more Orcust cards. Like, how is a card like this that enables that acceptable? Being that it's a 1 card Galatea, which is already insane, being that you can literally just summon Galatea out of nowhere, then go into its original version of Ding Girsu, it has the ability to go 1 step further and also send a monster to the graveyard, which just literally gives it so much free advantage. Like, literally. Plus, it being an Orcust card, meaning you don't need to really have anything else other than the Orcust card. Because literally, the downside of playing cards like Scrap Recycler, Mathematician, Armageddon Knight, and Dark Grepher was that it's not an Orcust monster. So you have to waste the monster in grave to essentially get to the Orcust monster to then go into the Galatea, then go into the Ding Girsu, and go further from there. Like, that was the only downside to the Orcust, the Orcust monsters, and to the sending monsters to the graveyard and all of that along those lines, because it wasn't an Orcust monster. It was the one down point to those cards. But now, Konami have said in Eternity Code, Orcust have the ability to just send an Orcust to the graveyard, make a token, turn that token into, say, a Link Rebo, a Link Spider, whatever you feel like you want to be playing in that deck, and then go straight into a Galatea anyway. And if you're going second with this card as well, you can make a token, put a card, 2 cards in the same column, summon it, and guess what? You're then able to go into an IB as well. Like, literally, this card gives you access to so many things in Orcust, while also giving you access to so many things outside of Orcust. Like, let's be honest. Let's look at the deck in general. Let's look at this card in general. I get to send a card. I go second. My opponent has set up a board with like 2 cards in the same column. They're not able to do much. I then normal summon Orcust mekk-knight Orcust Gearsu. Send a Harp to the graveyard, summon a token on both players' boards, and then synchro into an IB. I now get to search, not only now I get to search any World Legacy card, be it Succession, be it World Legacy Sky if you're playing the mekk-knight deck, be it the World Legacy Memories if you're playing mekk-knight, be it any World Legacy card in the game to my hand, but I also have the ability to then go into full Orcust combo and go even further. And it can even be done in different ways as well. Like, you don't need to go into IB. You don't need IB. You honestly don't, because there's other ways you can go about with this card as well in mekk-knights. Because in mekk-knights, you have World Legacy Scars. And World Legacy Scars has an effect where you can banish 8 mekk-knights from the graveyard with different names. And after you've done that, you get to discard your opponent's entire hand, and you also get to discard your opponent's entire extra deck. So not only do you get to go full Orcust combo, have a negate, but you also have the ability to just get rid of your opponent's entire hand and extra deck. This card enables an entire hand and extra deck loop, while also enabling other, literally, like plain deck Orcust to just have free advantage. And also, guys, this makes Orcust even better in other decks. Like, it's not, I'm not even joking. Like, you can play now with this one card, with this singular card, you could put an Orcust engine in any deck. Like, literally, you could play 3 of this, 1 Harpora, 1 Skeleton, 1 Nightmare, and 1 Wand, and from there, just go into a full Orcust combo with whatever before you go into your normal combo, you go into your other combo, and then do your normal combo in whatever deck you want to put it in, and then go full Orcust combo in said deck, because you can make this card. Because this card is a normal summon or special summon that says, I get to send an Orcust to the graveyard, plus I can make another monster. Like, how is a card like this fair in a deck like Orcust? Especially seeing as Orcust is doing so well right now. And how the deck is just doing insane. Like, the deck literally won another YCS Sydney, a few days ago. And it's like, Konami, how? Why are you giving this deck even more than what it's already got? Like, the deck is already borderline tier 0. But now with this card, along with like the mekk-knight card of World Legacy Scars, or if you just want to play it in any other deck, this card makes Orcust tier 0. Like, literally, the deck is already broken beyond belief. The deck is already insane. It was already, like, tier 0.5 because of how much Sky Striker Orcust could do, with putting tons of hand traps in, playing the Sky Striker engine, playing Orcust in general. But now, you give us this Orcust, mekk-knight Orcust, and it's like, how are you allowing this? And plus, you don't even need to go into the Orcust engine to go into the mekk-knight engine. Because literally, from what I saw on... I basically know about this because of Team Samurai. And I'm not going to lie, he is the main source for this, what I got. And basically, having access into any 2 mekk-knights in this is the full combo to hand-light loop your opponent's entire hand. Like, you're giving your opponent 2 columns. You're giving yourself a column. You're giving yourself the ability to hand loop your opponent's entire hand and extra deck with 1 card, with like 2 cards along with this card, and it's just really dumb to me how this card exists and just enables so much with just 1 card in general. Like, literally, and like, obviously there are so many other broken cards in Eternity Code. Like, there are so many good ones, but this one gets under my skin purely because Orcust don't need it. But guys, literally, this is just my thoughts and opinions on mekk-knight Orcust Gyesu. mekk-knight Orcust Gyesu, sorry. It's a very broken card. If Orcust do not take some major hit, the deck is just going to be tier 0. Like, literally, you could play a mekk-knight variant of Orcust to literally just hand loop your opponent. You could play standard Orcust that would just literally give you free advantage everywhere with this one card in general. Like, Orcust need a huge hit. Like, they literally need a massive hit. Like, banning Galatea, banning Harp Horror. Something big needs to happen before this card comes out. But guys, please tell me your thoughts on Orcust, mekk-knight Orcust Gyesu in the comment section below. Do you think it's a broken card? Are you going to hope that Orcust survive to Eternity Code so you can personally play this? Like, obviously, I might be a little crazy saying all of this, especially seeing as we're going to be in Master Rule 5 when this card is released. But honestly, with Orcust being how powerful they are, I don't think it really matters if it's in Master Rule 5. So, guys, that's just my personal thoughts and opinions on this. Please tell me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Robot1, signing out. Can't believe Konami gave Orcust a hand loop and extra deck loop. God damn it. Bye all.